Hi, I'm Jim.
I'm Rhenda.
We're Hardiness Approach. You remember us, don't you?
Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. It's been a while.
Too long.
And we appreciate everybody who's asked us, are you okay?
We're like everybody else. We're just kind of dealing with all the stuff that's happening. So.
Yeah, yes, and there are good things happening always. Challenging things happening always.
Always.
And changes happening always.
So you can see we're sitting in front of our fireplace. We've had an insert. We continue to wait for that. Eventually, it will be installed and we'll be able to have a warmer home.
Yep. You know, money doesn't even can't matter this time. We have the money. It's half paid for. We put down the big deposit. You can't pay them to come in during a snowstorm and bring it in through the shipping problems and all that kind of stuff. So if you have not noticed, and many of you have, we have started putting out, I've held. Well, no. I work in the I form in the blog, but yes. I do a daily blog now, 365 days a year. We're on day 8, which will come out later today. And it's on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, you can just click on the link to the blog, and Instagram, you have to cut and paste because that's the way Instagram is.
That's how they work.
But we're talking about it's almost like a journal of things that we're doing or the feelings that we have, and then there's always nutrition at the end.
Always?
Well, yeah, there has been.
For right now.
Well, should it there be?
They should, but if you change your mind, then always won't apply.
I'm not changing my mind.
Okay.
Yesterday's wasn't totally nutritious because it was how to make lemon curd, which, you know, has some sugar in it. But anyway,
it's fun to eat.
It's fun to eat. This video is going to show you how to take an orphan chicken.
Now, orphan chicken, meaning if you haven't followed and heard what we've said in past videos and so forth, we purchased some Cornish cross chicks in September, right around that time frame. And, 8 weeks later, they were finished. But in the midst of that, we bought them from Murray McMurray, who typically sends an extra chick with an order. Well, they sent us something that wasn't a meat bird.
It's a Niederheimer?
Yeah, Niederheimer, something like that. Anyway, within a few weeks, she was half the size of everybody else and really struggling at the feeding trough. So
you can imagine.
Yeah, it was pretty rough for her. So we separated her, had her in the house, feeding her, taking care of her, and she attached to us pretty well.
So right now, I'm sure we're showing pictures of how she attached to you.
Yes.
And he attached to her. And her name is Faith because he had faith that she was going to make it.
And she did, so far. So far, so good. Lots of attempts to get her integrated into the rest of our flock. And we knew it was going to be challenging. And so, won't go into the details, but it didn't work out.
It was pretty sad.
When we thought it was going to work, things got pretty rough for her. And so we separated her again and looked for a solution. Tough thing to find, and we talk about it a little bit in there. So what we're going to show you is how our solution worked. Let me open this up so you can see that.
They were all underneath her?
Yeah.
Is that your new mommy, huh? Is that your new mommy? She takes such good care of you. Keeps you warm. Yes. Oh, look at how sweet that is.
Now, if she is the kind of bird we think she is, which is that Niederheimer.
Uh-huh.
They are a large breed.
Yes.
Dual purpose.
Yeah. I would like to get some more of them and kind of breed them.
Yeah.
Look at how gorgeous she is. This is our little Faith, and these are her little chickens that she keeps underneath her as a chicken gathereth her babies underneath her wings.
Well, when I first put them together and she was nice to them, I was thrilled.
Oh, what was that?
And when I came the next morning and they were together, all the babies were underneath of her. And she didn't know what to do, so she was standing up, kind of squatting down. Couldn't have been comfortable. But she was like taking care of them, and that's just how it's been. They follow her around. So this has been a great option for her. One we hadn't originally considered as a possibility. We'd hoped to get her into the other flock, but
that didn't work.
That's not going to work. You can probably still see the scab on her back. So it's pretty disturbing that after trying to integrate her, having her be close to them, having her free range with them, and things going so well that the first time they were enclosed, just in a pen, not out free ranging, they attacked her pretty severely.
The big ones.
The big ones did.
Yeah.
So it was obvious we had to do something else, and the only thing it made sense was to get her with another flock, but getting chickens her size that would be kind to her was not a possibility. And fortunately, we found somebody who are hatching their own chicks, and they had some that were quite young.
A month old.
A month old. So our concern was that she would be mean to them. And when she wasn't, and she was motherly to them, it's like, yes, great combination. Which is encouraging me. If we believe that she is what's called a Niederheiner, which is a breed from Germany, and it's being sold by Murray McMurray. And she was
very expensive, over $6 a baby chick.
The more expensive chicks that you can buy, unfortunately. But we didn't know a lot about the breed, and we've started learning about it. But in observing her, what we're seeing is good motherly instincts. For her to automatically, at her age, to mother these little chicks is very encouraging. Don't know if she goes broody, but that's fine. We can use an incubator and hatch eggs and get babies that way that the mommies will take care of, apparently.
So the little chicks that we have 2 Americanas, 1 Brahma, and this white one, the person wasn't sure what it was, but it's kind of fun to have a white one. We haven't had a white one for a while. So, well, we have 3 Delawares, don't we?
We're hoping that they're all hens.
Yeah, we are.
We'll see.
She said she was pretty good at choosing females, so we'll see. Anyway, this is our babies.
The beginnings of our new little flock.
Well, we are still working a few things out with her. She and her 4 little babies are now in a corner in the chicken barn, away from the others. They have hay and their own little roost. They have feeding and they have water and everything they need. And before January 1st, they were outside in a chicken tractor every day, as you saw them running there. And they'd run back and forth, just so cute.
And when it warms up again, that will be a possibility.
But right now, it's just a little too cold. We do let the other chickens out, so we can't let them out at the same time. It has been just kind of a feel-good solution, an amazing thing. Now, we're not positive what we're doing with the 5 of them later on in the spring, where they're going, if they're going in their own chicken tractor out on a field somewhere, but we know that they are not going to be integrated in because we really like the Niederheimer and would like to get a male and do some hatching. Yeah, because they're like 6 something a piece for a chick, which is kind of pricey. We didn't have to pay that, so we're just going to start making them because we think that they're beautiful birds.
Yeah, and we understand that they are a dual-purpose bird, so we'll see how that goes. What we want to show you now is our carrot experiment. Today, we're getting ready for cold that actually starts tonight. This is the 1st of January, and we're predicted to get down into the teens tonight.
9 to 11.
Maybe even single digits tonight. So it's going to be cold. So we've had the plastic over here, as you've seen. I'm going to cover up a little closer.
These are our carrots, by the way.
Yeah, these are carrots. And then double plastic over here, so just to help them get through the coldest times. And, you know, they're doing great. Early spring carrots on their way.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of metal fence over it. Then we put that cloth on it. Yep. And then we will be putting the plastic on the outside. And we're using lath strips to put it all down tight as it can possibly be. Yes. So we have been growing this for at least a month and a half, if not 2 months. Way longer than we thought we were going to be able to. And it's tall. They're taller than we thought they were going to be. So we have had success growing carrots in the winter before in Oregon when it got really cold. We will see if they survive here. We certainly hope so.
This is the little carrot garden covered up, fully covered up, and ready to make it through the cold part of the winter.
So we're sitting here as talking heads today, and we apologize for that, but it's really cold outside and windy, and we run out long enough to do the animals and run back in. So let's just give you a quick summary. Missy is still giving milk. Brisket is a little over 6 months old and huge. We will try to get some video of him in the near future. We milk when we want to.
Pretty much every morning.
Pretty much every morning. We don't milk on Sundays. We don't milk when it's super cold. Like super cold, we don't separate them.
Not just cold, but when it's rainy,
icy.
Cold, just when they both need to be, or if they decide to be in the loafing shed, we make it available to them. We don't have a way to separate them and have them both have access to shelter. So a little bit of a challenge there, and that's why there are times we don't separate them.
Yep. We milk her. She lets down. She gives us good milk, probably about a gallon usually. Then we bring Brisket in. He nurses for 30 seconds. She lets down again. We re-clean. We put her back on. It's a real pain sometimes. And sometimes we just go, nah, that's enough. We don't need to put him back on. But don't know how long this will go on. I'd love it if, I say this, I'd love it if he was weaned, but I don't plan on milking twice a day at all.
Yeah.
So,
and one of the challenges that we have with Missy is we haven't gotten her pregnant again. We have been watching her closely, and there are no indications of when she goes into heat.
Yeah.
So,
and we're told that's normal for somebody her
yeah,
age.
so we can't really predict it. So trying to do AI is, you know, that's iffy enough percentage-wise to not know when she's in heat makes the problem even worse. We haven't come up with any other good solutions, places that we could take her for a while. That type of thing.
One of the things we're looking at is having, and in fact I have a phone number to call this person.
Finally?
Yes.
Good.
They wanted to get a Dexter bowl, and we could rent that bowl and bring that bowl here. And so that would be a way to get Missy pregnant. Eventually we are going to work to get Dexters on the farms, which are much smaller for us instead of Missy being so large. And then just a quick summary of the pigs, how they're doing.
Pigs are growing. They're I don't know, I haven't estimated their weight, but they'll be ready. We'll have plenty of pig when we're ready to process
They eat you
them.
if you go in. They are red wattles, and red wattles do that. And we know that some of the others are much more timid, but these taste really good. So anyway, we got only one rooster now. We gave our other rooster to Katie and John. So we feel like we've got a good, we've got 15 hens, one rooster. Everybody's happy.
And this spring, with the rooster, we're going to start we've got plenty of eggs. We're going to start taking a dozen every now and then and incubating them and see what we can do. I don't know, how many does it hold?
I don't know.
Haven't looked at the
I don't
incubator.
know.
Someone loaned us, gave us an incubator, a little incubator. So we'll see how many it holds, and we'll pull out that many eggs, and we'll see what happens 21 days later.
So as you can see, we are still okay. I have been working full-time, and it's more than full-time. More than full-time, and that's coming to an end because we need a life and a balance in our lives. So I'm not saying when we're going to be doing a video, but you can watch us, hear from us every day on the blog, and hopefully we'll do more videos because I really like it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good night, little ones. Little sweet adopted family.